Good morning to one and all. I am Kalpana, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, NPR College of Engineering and Technology. The subject code is CS8501 and the subject name is Theory of Computation. In last class, we see everything about automata fundamentals, introduction to formal proof, additional forms of proof, inductive proofs, finite automata and its types, DFA and NFA with example problems, and the theorem also. And we see the concept based on the equivalence of DFA and NFA theorem with example problems. Now we reach the last topic, finite automata with epsilon transitions. That is how the input transfers from one state to another state without reading the input symbol summation. So this is the concept of finite automata with epsilon transition. Epsilon means it represents empty. That is, it can easy to move from one state to another state without reading the input alphabet summation. Summation represents input alphabets. It may be zeros and ones, it may be A, B, or it may be any special characters, uppercase or lowercase letter. But in this concept, we can easily transform from one state to another state without reading the input symbol. That is, we can transfer the state with the help of epsilon transition. Epsilon helps to move the state from one state to another without reading the input. So this is the concept. Here we are going to see the problem based on epsilon NFA. NFA means more than one transitions for the same input. Now we discuss the definition of NFA with epsilon. The language L is accepted by NFA with epsilon denoted as M. M represents the number of states, that is Q summation del Q naught comma F, where Q is the finite set of states and summation is the input alphabets, del is the transition function, and Q naught is the start state and F is the final state. Here the number of states can be represented as Q of summation, that is input alphabet union of empty state, that is epsilon, to 2 power Q. Here summation means input alphabet and the symbol represents epsilon. Summation means input alphabet plus minus or any special character or any alphabets like that. But epsilon represents empty state, but here it helps us to move from one state to another state without reading the input symbol summation. So this is the main concept of definition of NFA with epsilon. Now go about the topic, that is it has 5 steps. The steps are formal notation, epsilon closure, extended transition for epsilon, that is epsilon NFA, eliminating the epsilon transition, and language of epsilon NFA. Formal definition, that is formal notation, it is similar to the definition of epsilon NFA. We have 5 states, that is Q summation del Q naught comma F, and del represent the transition function. A or any alphabet represent the state which is in the Q. It may be Q naught Q1, it may be A B C D. It represents the states. And new input symbol, a state in Q, a new input symbol is epsilon is added to the summation. In previous classes we discussed the input symbols are only alphabets, numbers or special characters, lowercase, uppercase letters like that. But here epsilon also included in this input alphabet, that is summation. And second one is epsilon closure, that is E closure. It helps to move from one state to another state without reading the input symbol. Okay. And how we are moving from one state to another state, and how we are finding all the states, and how to reach the end state by using the epsilon transition. Now I will explain with one example. Consider the state transition diagram Q0, Q1, Q2. Q0, epsilon is Q1 and Q1, epsilon is Q2. For each and every problem, before going to the transition diagram and transition table, first you have to find E closure. Here E closure of Q0. First E closure of Q0, write the question first. E closure of Q0. So the answer is E closure of Q0 is first write. Whatever the input state present in the question, first write the state Q0. First answer is Q0. And then find out the epsilon transitions from one state to another state up to the end state. Okay, here q naught comma epsilon moves to q1. Again the epsilon is moving to the final state, so write that state also. Q1 to epsilon is q2. Okay, then find the closure of q1. First write q1 here and then find the epsilon transition. Q1 comma epsilon moves to q2, but there is no epsilon transition after q2, so I mentioned q1 q2 alone. Then closure of q2. First write q2 here. Then find out q2 comma epsilon moves to which state. There is no state after q2, so answer is q2 alone. So again I am repeating, closure of q naught is write q naught here. Then find the transitions where the epsilon symbol is moves to the next state. Q naught comma epsilon is q1 and q1 comma epsilon is q2. So I mentioned the three states here. Suppose if there is no epsilon here, you have to switch here also. You have to stop the question here. Okay, if there is any epsilon transition, so move up to the end state. Okay, q1 comma epsilon is answer q1 and it moves only q2, then q2 is the answer. Q2 comma epsilon is q2 alone. There is no epsilon transition after q2, so I mentioned q2 alone. Then extended transition function of epsilon in FA. Extended transition means for transition function it represents del. The same concept we are going to apply here. It can be represented as del cap. Transition function is represented as del and extended transition function is represented as del cap. So del cap of q comma w. Q is the state and w is the input. The answer is q. First you have to write the start state. For example, q comma w equals your answer is q. For example, q1 comma w equals your q1 answer is q1. Like that you have to mention. And then q comma w comma a. W is the rest of the input and a is the first input. So find the closure of q and finally you will get the answer up to the final state. Del of r comma a, that is union of q in r. You have to find out all the states where the epsilon is moving from one state to another state. And a is considered the first input, w is considered as rest of input. You have to find del of r comma a and del of r comma w for the input and upcoming inputs. Okay, this is the extended transition function. And fourth point is eliminating the epsilon transition. How we are going to remove the epsilon transition? This is the final conclusion of this problem. First thing is you have to find the closure, how the epsilon is passing from one state to another state, and finally you have to eliminate the epsilon transition and write the diagram and draw the diagram, write the answer like that. Okay, it is possible to construct or eliminate epsilon NFA and construct DFA by using subset construction method and finding the closure of start state and final state. And finally you have to represent the final state. It has at least one accepting state. Okay, so this is the methods how we are going to eliminate the epsilon transition by using the closure function. And del transition represents the number of inputs passes from one state to another state. At last is language of epsilon NFA. It is similar to the formal notation of epsilon NFA, that is formal definition q summation del q naught comma f. Language represents w input and q naught comma w. We are going to find out the same inputs and which is not equal to pi. Because at last we are going to remove all the empty states and finally we get the answer and we can easily construct the DFA. Okay, so these are the steps involved to eliminate the epsilon NFA and easily convert the DFA. First step is you have to find closure. Second step is you have to find the transition function. And third step is you have to transition function for each and every new state. So second step represents transition function of closure alone. And third step represents transition function of each and every new state. So remember the line new state. And draw transition table and diagram for DFA. Finally, at last you have to mention the final states. So consider this example problem for converting the NFA with epsilon to equivalent DFA. Here the question is start state represented as Q naught and end state is Q2. The epsilon moves from Q0 to Q1 and Q1 to Q2 alone. The remaining input alphabet summation is A, B. Okay, first find E closure for this above diagram, because first step is finding E closure. Okay, so finding E closure. First write the question number of states: E closure of Q naught, E closure of Q1, E closure of 2. First write this concept alone, and then you have to mention the question in right hand side. So E closure of Q naught answer is Q naught, Q1 answer is Q1, Q2 answer is Q2. Mention up to this, and then you have to find the epsilon transition. Q naught comma epsilon moves to where? Q1, so mark Q1 here. And then you have to check epsilon transition is after Q1. Here we have epsilon transition after Q1, that is Q2, so mark Q2 here. Then find out Q1 comma epsilon. Is there any transition by using epsilon? Yes, we have only one transition, that is Q2. After Q2 we have no epsilon transition, so I could here. Okay, then find out Q2. Q2 comma epsilon. Is there any input after Q2? There is no input, so answer is Q2 alone. So this is the E closure concept. For E closure you have to mention Q0, Q1, Q2. The question you have to represent the first in right hand side, and then you find out the epsilon transition. And step 2 we have to find out the E closure of new state. That is here Q0 E closure is Q0, Q1, Q2. So write this alone. Write the E closure of the starting state alone. No need to write the next state. Q0, Q1, Q2. This is considered as new state. Then find transition for Q0, Q1, comma Q2. Okay. The transition of Q0, comma Q1, comma Q2, comma A. The extended transition function is E closure of, the formula is Q0, Q1, comma Q2, comma A equal to E closure. It is very important. Then del of Q0, Q1, Q2, comma A. First find out Q0, comma A. Answer is there is no input Q0, comma A, so I represented by Q1, comma A. Answer is Q1. Q2, comma A. Answer is Q1. Then finally you will get only Q1 here, so E closure of Q1. So the E closure of Q1 answer is, see here, what is the E closure of Q1 answer? Q1, comma Q2. So write the answer here, Q1, comma Q2. Here we have Q1, comma Q2. It is considered as new state. Then you find out Q0, Q1, Q2, comma B equal to E closure of del of Q0, Q1, Q2, comma B. And then you find out Q1, Q2, comma A and Q1, Q2, comma B. So Q0, Q1, Q2, comma B. Q0, comma B answer Q0. Refer the question. Refer the question which is given in the front page. Q0, comma B answer is Q0. Q0, Q1, comma B there is no input. Q2, comma B answer is Q0. So both answer is Q0. So here both answer is Q0. Then write E closure of Q0. See, refer the table. What is E closure of Q0? Q0, Q1, Q2. Here Q0, Q1, Q2 is already in the question, so leave that. Then Q1, Q2, comma A. Find out Q1, comma A is Q1, Q2, comma A is Q2. And E closure of Q1, comma A answer is Q1, and Q1, comma Q2, comma A also Q1. Then find the table here. E closure of Q1 answer is Q1, Q2. Q1, Q2 already present, so no need to find again. So find only for Q1, Q2, comma B. And then draw the diagram. What is the answer of Q0, Q1, comma Q2, comma A? So at last we get the answer Q0, Q1, comma Q2. So stop the answer because there is no new state after this. So I am going to quit. If we get new state here, then find transition for the same input. For example, I got Q0, comma Q1 answer. Now you have to find out Q0, Q1, comma A and Q0, Q1, comma B. Like that you have to find out. If there is no new state after this, quit the problem and draw transition table. So find out Q0, Q1, comma Q2, comma A. Answer Q1, Q2. Q0, Q1, Q2, comma B answer is Q0, Q1, Q2. So mark here. Q1, Q2, comma A answer is Q1, Q2 and Q0, Q1, Q1, Q2, comma B answer is Q0, Q1, Q2. So mark everything, and then finally you have to combine the state. For example, we can also combine q0, q1, q2 is considered as capital A. You have to change the state, and q1, q2, q2 is considered as B. So change wherever the q0, q1, q2 present, change it as A. Here A, and here A, here A. Wherever the q1, q2 represents, you can change the status B. Here B, here B. Not only A, B, you can take any alphabets. Okay. At last we get the answer A to B, A, and B to A to B. A to A is B, and B to B is A, and B to A is B. So draw transition diagram for the state and mark start state and final state. In previous diagram we have two states q0, q1, q2, q1, q2, A and B are marked as final state, and mark here, and start state is only A, so I mention our mark in front of the start state. So the final states are A and B. So this is the way to eliminate the epsilon transition and easily construct the DFA. So first step we find out is you have to construct epsilon transition and e closure. Sorry, first step is you have to mention e closure, and second step is you have to find the transition function for the new state. You have to find out up to we get an old state. You have to find a new state transitions for each and every input symbol and draw transition diagram and change the state. Finally, draw transition diagram for the changed states. At last write the final state. Thank you.